but we have to leave our men with some gap to make some decisions by themselves.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to leave them. Police. Yes. No.
It's very sweet when you tell me, I told you.
May I feel like abachala twekoya nnyo.
Marriage is not a straight line, but every day we strive to make it straight.
Marriage is not a straight line.
But every day we strive.
Hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Wives Rising here. How are you, my ladies? You look good.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Beatrice.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Sandra. Hi. Oh, we are back. We don't know the season where you are, but this ends. It is just a good morning. So how are you? How have you been? So we are back. Wives Rising with our weekly dose, your marriage dose, where you tune in and get a few things, a few highlights here and there. My name is Karine Nine.
Barbara Emiru. Sandra Lubanga.
Beatrice Chimpi.
And we are
Wives Rising.
and marriage.
It's not a straight line,
But
every
every
day
day
we
we try
try
to make it straight. That is why we are here. It is not a straight line, but every day we strive, every day, every bit. So, and this time around, we're going to talk about something a little bit sensitive, but it's for our good. That's why it is not a straight line. And the ladies here, we share experiences. You know, one of my friends, you ladies there, you take, Why is Rising? You're so straight, you're so obvious. But this time around, we want to share experiences. Apart from the internet stories, apart from what, this time around, we are going to share our experiences. And we are going to talk about how do you advise your husband? How do you advise? Because now there is this feel, men don't listen to us, men actually were magazine, but this time around, we want to show you the few steps that we have moved in our marriages. How have we managed to advise? And if it is another way around, we are going to share. So, ladies, we are here to help a lady outside there.
Yeah.
Because for us, we sharpen ourselves outside camera. Yeah, we sharpen ourselves outside camera. So we are going to share our experiences. Beatrice, how do you advise Mwami?
Tell us.
Which is, I don't know, it is the saying, but we want to see how Beatrice, she has been there. She has moved some years. I mean, her experience can help you.
Yeah.
Tell us.
And that's for our viewers. You can also write, how do you advise, in the comment section. Tell us. Yeah.
It's a struggle for so many women. I feel because men come from a different planet than women. Like men, like the book that goes that men are from Mars and the women are from. So for them, naturally, they are totally different from us, and they were born with a certain kind of character, which is the ego. So that ego, it feels like it has to drive everything by itself. And we've always had people tell us, people advising men to always listen to their wives, because their wives, even if they speak softly or in a calm voice, they normally speak the right. They make the right decisions. But then we are saying today, why don't they listen, even when they know that actually some secrets are hidden in their wives, or some great advice are hidden in their wives? I feel it is because one of the reasons why men, you said how or why? How do we? Okay. How? Okay, I will start with the why they don't listen, just a little bit. They don't listen because of how they were created. They are created to be leaders. They feel like they are the ones that know everything. But for you, because you're an observant creature, you sometimes feel like, I feel like we would have taken this direction. So how we can advise such a person who in the home they take the highest role, they are the priests, they are the the head, the CEOs of the home. So how do you advise that kind of person? You come to them in a calm manner. You don't just come, you collect yourself. You don't, let me say, some of us women, we tend to advise our men on the go, like as we are going. Me, I was thinking, he will not take you serious. Like as you're moving, walking by, you know, or city servant, and then you want to advise him, he will not take that seriously. You organize yourself, create a time that is specific for something that you want to put across. That will get his attention.
Wow,
But even then, even when you create that time, you find that that man will not take.
Listen,
He will not
what
still
about
listen.
This something you want to talk about, like I want to talk about something there and then. Like I can't wait for, like we are up there, but I need to put my point.
Barbara, there is talking about something when it is not an advice. There is being like, I think we can buy yogurt for the kids. That is you saying, but there is advice. Maybe he has
On
like,
something very
a
important.
decision to make where you need time and you advise according to you.
Yes.
According
For example,
to
he
you.
needs to drop that he wants to leave that job.
Yeah, now like that
Example,
one. He has opened up to you like, you know what, I want to resign.
Yes.
You need space
Yeah,
to
okay,
talk
that is
about
key.
it. Talking about
The Lord-
something.
The Lord has called me in the ministry of the church.
Full-time
Have you
ministry.
been called to
Full-time ministry. But me, practically, what I do usually in such moments, I pray about it. I really pray about it.
Yeah.
I don't just come with my advice because sometimes he can even decide to be silent about it. And you just see something happening. Like one of my friends, her husband traveled without telling her. But you know the reason he gave us? I was protecting her heart. She would cry, yet this opportunity was to bring bread and to bring money for us to move on another level financially. But you know what he did? He traveled. It is when he, like after a week, like, honey, X, Y, Z.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yes, it
Isn't
is
that
woo.
worse?
But
Isn't that worse?
it is worse, but after some time, I realized it was because this person, she's so fragile. Everything of her, so pray about it. Usually before you advise, pray. Because sometimes my husband says, but I'm not looking for an advice. I was just telling you. Yes.
Like someone has already made up their mind.
Yes, made up
They're
your
just
mind. So
informing you.
usually me, I pray and I be like, God, help me, give me, especially if he asks for advice. If he's like, sweetie, think about it. I need to compose myself. So I pray, I give it time, and I be like, you know what? We need to talk.
I think
If it is affecting me,
Yeah.
again I pray.
Yes.
If it is on my side, we need to polish up things.
Yeah.
I pray about it. I be like, God, give me wisdom, favor, knowledge, so that I can speak to this CEO, the head of,
Your family.
the head of my family.
Yeah.
Just like the way you
No,
pray. Just like the way you pray before you meet the ED. You don't just go.
That's true, prayer is true. But now there are instances of he has come right now. Yeah, he's telling you right now, oh honey, I have to take this money off the bank account like today because we have this and this. What do you do?
Like right now?
Like right now.
Right now, like he's not giving you space
To speak.
You have to pray.
It is already a decision made.
It's already a
So
decision
when
made.
you stick on it, he will go because you know how he has come. Sweetie, I'm picking money from the bank account. He has already made up his mind. Let him go and pick the money.
Yeah.
Also, I'm thinking there, you give your genuine
Yeah, advice.
advice.
You give him your genuine
Because
advice,
sometimes
yes.
they tend to cover up, but you tell him, honey, you're going to remove this money.
I'm
but
not okay with
I'm
it.
not okay with it, but since you're the head of family, yes, you've decided, but this is how I feel.
True.
Express yourself. Like, don't leave anything inside. Just tell him, for him, you can go.
But
This is what I'm trying to get from what Karen introduced. And with what Barbara has just shared, there are two different things. There is informing you, and there is something key that needs advice.
Yeah, he's
So
inquiring.
if someone comes and tells you, I'm going to withdraw money, sometimes it's not a must that every time you're supposed to come in to give in your opinion. Sometimes your opinion is not called for. Sometimes your opinion is not called for. And the more you do it oftenly, even your advice becomes useless. Because
She has
every-
said exactly what I wanted to say, but I never wanted to
Yes.
interject
Like what?
Maureen. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
You say it again.
sometimes your advice is not called for.
Yeah.
You know, women, we have to learn to give ourselves
Yes,
space. You
yeah.
move on. There are things that you know he has already decided as the head of the family, and he's going to do it. And the more you be like, no, I'm not okay. Now that you're going to crack that deal, let him go and
Me,
crack this
Karine,
deal.
Yes, Sandra.
To add on that, you become someone annoying. Like every time it's like, I know your opinion.
I know
what you're going to say. Do you know there's this scenarios when your husband comes to you something and say, I'm telling you this, but already I know what you're going to say, and I don't want to hear, but this is what it is. So when you're advising, you need wisdom. We need, like Karen said, you first have even to pray about those things. You need wisdom. Not everything that you're going to bring in your advice, you're not.
What Sandra is saying is so right. Marriage is a long haul. It's not a sister Karine Beatrice relationship.
Yes.
It is a long haul. So it means that there are a lot of there are a lot of things that will not need a lot of decisions. But we have to leave our men with some gap to make some decisions by themselves.
Yes.
So that
is he asking me?
No, sometimes
He's
it's just
informing
Sometimes
you
it's just
so that you
informing
don't
you.
informing
This
this
surprise.
be surprised when you see a message, 100 million.
100 million.
Sometimes he's informing you.
Yes.
May I feel like abachala twekoya nnyo
Yes.
we that office tujiweko some space. They have the wisdom. If you feel, because the topic today is they don't listen, it means that woman who says they don't listen, maybe it's some kind of major issue. On those major issues, the moment you learn how to talk to your husband, those who are watching, by the time we finish, you will know how to talk to your husband to get him to listen. With time, he will start coming to you with big things because he knows when Sandra speaks, her opinion matters. On big things, he will start coming, and then he will
Small things
take.
will let
He will
go.
start listening. But there are so many decisions in a marriage that some things let him just inform, like, honey, there's this which is and then be okay with it. Okay, like as long as he gives you a few details here and there, not every decision you have to make it.
That's why we are here. There are so many 100 ways to talk to her. 4 ways to. The 4 ways might not be really practical, but there is this one other way. Let go. Let go. Let simple things pass by you.
Yeah.
Him being the head of the family, let go and carry the peace within you.
He knows
because
what
the
he's
more
doing.
you be
Me,
like,
what I've
honey,
learned.
okay, you're giving peace.
Yeah.
You're allowing yourself to be like, do your mistakes.
Yeah.
It is okay.
And you come back and I say,
And you come back and I be, and be like,
How are
hey,
you
it is a learning point. It is a learning point.
No.
Yeah, I'll share my scenario one
After
day.
I'm going to react to Barbara.
Yeah.
I'll share my story. Years back, when I just gotten married, I used to be like as if everything I need to advise. It is not bad, lady, to advise. But my husband was going to borrow money to a cousin. But somehow, somewhere, you know how we've grown being, Sentenabo Uganda. You know, it is just in you. And guess what? Exactly my feelings came to pass. The cousin did not bring back the money. But guess what? My husband shifted the blame. Because of your hard feelings, because of your negativity. That's why even my cousin was not able. And they are still very close. Yes, the money, he made mistakes because of your negative energy. I wish I did not tell you.
Wow.
And because exactly what my negative energy poured out,
How
I
did your
made
negative energy cause the
because I refused him.
There is
I
power in
refused
the tongue.
him.
You cursed.
Power in the tongue.
Yes, now don't you know how people, many will separate you. And we're like, no, if I don't do this, even God will blame me. But you know my negative energy, I'm just with feelings, hard feelings, rigid,
For me,
annoyed.
That is when
And
I
guess
come back
what?
and tell you, hey, I told you not to give him
I
money.
know.
That's what
Me, I did not. Actually, when I said it like, sweetie, I will never. And for the last 3 years, he would give money without telling me.
Imagine.
Hey, you just find people and be like, oh. But in my spirit, I was super convicted that it is me who was wrong. Because man helping a cousin, what was wrong with that?
Yeah, there was nothing wrong. But
So
one
let
thing-
things go. Simple things, let them pass by you.
Yeah.
And advise
Like, for a
accordingly.
lady there who is like Barbara, one thing, if you want to be a good advisor to your husband, you don't shift blame. You don't bring back blame. Because the moment you always bring the blame thing that I told you, that's why it is like this, that is why it's like this, he's going to start doing things behind your back.
Yeah.
And you'll never like it. It's the
You
most
will never-
hurting thing.
it is the most
It's the
trivial.
most hurting thing. No, sometimes, this is what I do.
Nate, it is very sweet when you tell me, I told you.
Yes, it is sweet. Yes, even us in your spirit, you be like, but in a gamba. But you don't mention. Actually, he knows that you told him.
Karen, have you ever seen someone when they make a mistake and you're like,
And you be
in your spirit, you're like, good, it happened.
but you're not saying
Good,
it.
but you're not saying it. You're like, good, because he will learn. Even after you can tell him, honey, sorry, but next time I think you bring back your advice, this was supposed to be the right thing to be done. And then the next time he comes, he will tell you, me, this is what I do if I'm to advise him. Sometimes when he gives me something, because me and my husband, we have different characters, our traits are different. So when he tells you something, you don't rush to advise him there and then. Sometimes I sleep over it. Or I take some hours without reacting. Then, for example, for him, he settles when he's going to bed. Like, he's so much settled. That's when I say, you know what, honey, we have to talk about this. And then you will do ABC. You go into the nitty-gritty of the subject matter. And then you analyze it, you put it there, you make a conclusion. If it all fails, you let him take the decision as the head.
Yeah.
Yes, you let him take the decision as the head.
And even if he fails, like I don't see
It's
any problem.
okay.
The
It
good
is
thing
okay, business
is,
conversation. By the way, I don't mind when
the
he
good thing
fails.
that
Like,
you have
okay,
talked about it.
we move on.
Yes, you move on.
Let me tell you. Let me speak to a woman who has a trait like kind of mine and Sandra's trait. Me, I'm very observant and I keep quiet a lot. I will look at you and I give chances. Like I'm not always there to
see.
like I'm not the type of. But when I speak, I'm telling you. When I start speaking, you will see my husband putting his phone on his chest. And then he starts listening to, because I don't speak all the time. I don't speak all the time. Yeah.
Actually,
You're not confronted.
And even how I'm speaking to him, how I start that conversation, he has no option but to listen.
That is very beautiful.
For me,
Because
I
you
know
don't
his
shift
schedule.
blames.
I know when he's so tired. Like I told you in one of
You're
the videos.
driving me to another point.
I don't talk all the time. Like I can.
I know, Sandra, you have a point.
I know she's running. But you see the hand. I know
for her,
that
she's
for
quiet.
this thing, I know
Because
that.
she's
Yeah, I know that for this matter, the season my husband is in this week, he's not going to be able to understand. You can read the environment and know even if I speak, he's not going to be. Then I know when he's very relaxed and he's in his mood. And for me, I've already planned it. Do you know your husband's schedules?
No.
You don't know.
Me, I know.
But you know sometimes.
Yeah,
you know.
I know the seasons.
Yeah, you know the seasons.
Even if I'm to be silent for the next 4 months,
Then
I will.
I borrow. You see, even for this, I borrow Karin's thing. I put him in God's hands and I say, God, the season he's in, he's not able to listen to me, but I pray that you guide him. God will make him wait to make the decision until I
Let's
get
say
to
it
him.
again, even if you wait 4 months, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Tell them.
Yes.
Now it is driving me to this point. Practically, what I do.
Yeah.
Me, I know seasons.
Yeah.
yes.
If there is a book that I read, I read Bonix.
Yes.
Because that is my book, that is
know.
my diary to read. I know when he will not give me attention. And he will trash my things. As if, no, not today. Even tomorrow, not today. So what I do, I just read the book. Now I know the seasons.
Yeah.
And I be silent, even if it calls for 4 months. I'm not dying. But those OGs and OBs here, I told you, me,
And
I'm
Karin,
not
what
ready
are you
to
doing
divorce.
in those 4 months? You're
I'm
praying
praying and I'm giving
Yeah.
myself peace because it is his thing.
Yeah.
It is his thing, actually, in the long run. Of course, he is the head of the family, but it is his anointing. Let him fight.
Yeah.
Actually, one of our mentors told us one day, sometimes you have to leave them. Yes, no tamujayo. No mga beireyo gweyo honey. You shall come back. Because one of the ladies was complaining that her husband, Yewola, he's always borrowing money from friends, from people. Before you know it, at the gate, Mr. Tumubanja, sweep it to them, not. No, leave him. Leave him to scratch the ground.
Yeah.
And it is okay for him to fail. Baba Musiba? Because you cannot be always there bailing him all the time. That is his character. You've advised and you're not. So it is now for time for a lady there to know who you're dealing with.
Yes.
Deal with the person. Leave the 20 steps to advise. Be practical. Read your book. That is your husband. Me, there are no seasons. Taja chokola.
Yes.
I don't even say.
Now, Kenyini, you know the season
I
you're in.
know.
You're in a season of, you're not able to speak like a wise woman. Don't speak.
Don't speak.
Then you will be a stupid woman because
you'll
you'll
be
be
a
like,
stupid woman.
can't you see? They are now for Sandra's husband, when they are going to bed, they talk. Mine, you don't. Sip, it's time to sleep.
It's time to sleep.
Sip, it's time to sleep.
Yes.
And he will say it 3 times. Then you get out of the bedroom and uses another.
Another room.
So to keep the space, leave him to sleep.
And then you wait for
During lunchtime, can we have lunch? Can we do tea together in the evening? I don't see it. Okay, I'll be free. Where you are.
Yes.
We pack.
Yeah, and that's
Phones off. We talk.
Yeah.
What about to drop that blame game? Don't be blaming, but inform.
Yeah, there is that beauty where because we are not perfect, remember. There are times when you do the blame game, but avoid it. Hold back.
Okay, now for me personally, how if something has really failed, meanwhile, if it has failed, we are through it. You're going to church ministry, don't go to church ministry. Look for money, or not church ministry. So, issues that have failed us, we call it third party. Us. We have a group of people that we talk to, and you're like, they advise the men, like they give their views. Maybe sometimes he will listen to his friends and not you.
Which is
So,
okay.
Yeah, that's also what.
bring in other people
For some
Yeah.
to
time.
help us and make that, and maybe
Yeah.
talk to him. He will sleep over it, and then the things.
So
Yeah.
it goes back to understanding the season
Understanding,
and
yes.
what works for you.
Yeah.
The 10 steps are there, the 100 steps are there,
Yeah.
the 2-5 steps are there, but what works for you?
Yeah,
Yes, ladies.
actually, for like the point Barbara just said, there are some men that are really stubborn.
Very.
Very, very
But
stubborn.
aren't they the majority?
The majority.
They are, because by the way, they are the majority.
When they are very stubborn, however knowledgeable you might have
Yes.
knowledge about something,
Yes.
he's like, I don't take women's advice. When for him it's already in his mind that my wife will never advise me. So that method works well when you have people that the inner
circles, yeah.
where you can go and tell your friends, like, Karen, this is what is happening to Beatrice.
But
And this is what Beatrice is going to make. Me, I think when Beatrice takes this direction, we are going to fall into
Kati,
shit.
let me
no,
contradict.
What if
I contradict.
Yeah, me too. What if is this kind of a person where you cannot report, like he doesn't believe in reporting? When you bring in the third party, be like that movie.
No, if you bring
Yeah,
it,
they're
no,
there.
the thing is that
Let them go and marry you.
no. Remember, Karen, we say if you try all those options and things fail, you let go. You sit and relax. You let go, so that you don't spoil your peace.
Yeah.
There are people that really are so hard. That example that you meant I told you about. If he falls into shit and then he's taken to prison, you leave him there. He's safe in jail. He serves the bail and then he comes back. That would be a lesson for him to learn. But you try your ways. For example, someone's starting to take a loan of 1 billion and they're putting in the house and whatever is going to use the 1 billion for, it's not even called for.
Yeah.
There you run to third parties to seek advice, to someone and help. If it even means to go to the parents, you can even go to the parents and say, Mommy, Daddy, Mama, you got your money. No, if the worst gets to the worst. If the worst
Era,
gets to the
let's
worst.
put that disclaimer. If the worst gets to the
The
worst,
worst.
because
Yeah, you don't touch the parents.
yeah,
but
men
you only
in
go
their
when
nature, they want to rule their kingdom.
They are telling you,
They don't tell you that another person is coming to decide.
Yes.
Like a group, like you have intimate couple.
That is
in a circle.
In a circle.
actually, that's why we are here to share
Yeah.
experience. What works for you, it works for you. But there is a lady there, me, I'm now on the viewer's side. Mr. Nomuropa.
No, everyone pick what works for you.
Chiba Chitabu say,
Yeah, yes.
because as Beatrice has said, they are kings, they're in their territories. Now you're
Yeah.
bringing in other parties because you got money from a
From
friend.
another place.
No, why are you
Me,
testifying about his
I'll
problems?
highlight Sandra's what she has said. If the worst
Worst
comes to the worst, and the thing is big,
Yes.
like the thing is really big. Not everything where the children should go to
Petty,
school.
petty.
Like
You rush to people.
it
No,
will
rush to
There
third party.
is a word in the Bible that says, when you learn to get, I know it in Uganda better.
You'd
When
say it.
munayiga okugyamu ebyomugaso n'ebyomuwendo
Bitagasa.
ebitagasa. Ladies, let us learn to see.
Yes.
There are matters that
Yeah.
you just laugh it over, go do your makeup, go do lipstick, eat ice cream, eat your milkshake, and let go. Actually, most marriages, women are unhappy because you want to fight
putting
every
their heads in
battle.
everything.
You want to carry the cross. Jesus went to the cross. Leave some cross, burdens to the owner.
Yeah.
Because by the way, men are very sharp.
They
You
are
know
clever.
how, for them, they don't carry all our cross. Those are your family matters. He will not, but for you, every, you don't know how to sing. Ladies, as we advise, learn where to talk. Copy Beatrice. When you speak, the person will be like, yeah, because
Yeah.
he will listen.
Yes.
But the 10 ways, go read. But for us, we've shared our experiences. What are
Actually,
your
me-
parting shots?
Parting shots.
Yeah, parting shots like.
Sandra, what are you saying?
The Cassandra Sokamala account.
Actually, what I was going to say, that moment when I talked to him, the special moment when I said I talk to him, he might not give me his answer there and then. He will keep quiet and listen.
He will
Then
listen,
after,
yeah.
for him when he goes into the bathroom, he showers and what,
Even
then you
can-
then you come back and
This is
say,
people Gambia.
yes, then you come back and say, I was trying to think about that
About
thing
what
that you
you've
told
just
me.
said. Because God.
And then he will give you the answer as well. Then the matter will be concluded. So it goes back. Know the timing, when to speak, and
Know
don't
the
ask,
person
and
you
don't beg for
married.
the answer there and
Response
then.
there and then.
Yeah, don't ask for the
This is
response.
what my husband taught me. I used to overly keep quiet. And to the extent that he would want, but for you don't have something to say, I'll be like, no, I feel like Ngabugambo, my opinion will not matter.
Yeah.
That was so, because he's very vocal, by the way. When you keep quiet, he might even forget that you're there. He's very vocal. So, he taught me something,
like
just one
you're
statement,
very
it has always
vocal.
stuck in my head. He told me, when you feel that you are the right, like, Chogendo Pogela Igwemutu, always speak, even if I don't listen. Always give your opinion. When he said that, it made the difference. So what does it mean? It means that he knows when his wife is speaking. And that is cheap.
Because you're not a shutterbox.
No.
Not every time you're
No.
fighting.
Yeah.
Not every time I'm thinking.
So when
you're
I
thinking
speak,
what?
Ngono Wagambe, he will keep quiet. He can even keep quiet for 3 months. But you see that someone acting.
Yes.
Now Nakola advise you 3 months later.
Now, and then he brings it back.
And maybe another thing, what I use is the I, me. Like,
You give him
I
the
was
I.
thinking, the I, not you.
Oh. I was thinking this was
I
love.
was.
Yes.
I was.
You own.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you
when
own
I'm
it.
owning it, like for the Nyines, you know, but not him.
Yeah.
So it has worked for me because he feels, yeah, it is me now because, man, I've prayed for him to love me and somehow, somewhere, love wins. So
Okay.
somehow.
Yeah.
So, ladies, parting shots. One, Beatrice, one, Sandra, and myself, and Madame Confrota.
For me, by the way, like what Bishop has said,
Yeah.
I talk. I tell you what I think is the advice. I speak it all, like even when the time reaches and you've gone opposite, I will know. I told him. If you listen, good. If you don't listen, I advised.
Yes, Beatrice.
For me, I'll give my advice to the ladies who, because some things we just learn them. Even us with our characters, we
still
have things we
fighting.
struggle with.
Yes.
Nga
So
character
much,
ye
so
obviously
much,
set
so much.
kutasa.
Yeah.
But character yaffe ne obviously se etasa nnyo mu kuwa abaami b'amagezi for it playing the other game. So I would advise the vocal women. I've seen my friends suffer from first hand. I'm speaking to you, the person who has just gotten married. You feel yourself, you have everything. Or like you want to advise your husband, ask God. When it comes to this area, to tone you down. Why? Because you're stepping in. Because stay in Mienga, we have to drive VTs. They want to feel in charge. So even you, when you come and you feel like you're the one who wants to be in charge, you're going to collide. In that area, I pray that you will find time and ask God to tune you down and give you the wisdom on when and how to speak to your husband, because they don't want. That's the truth. They don't want you speak in the car. You speak in the compound. They start becoming a numb. Nabera tachakuwulira. Gwe wulira olowooza bakuwulira ne aba tachakuwulira. Ne ku kintu eky'omugaso kye wandibadde nga amagezi go bandigatute tebagatwala because you speak a lot.
For us, the extroverted people are not supposed to talk.
You talk, but tone down. Yeah.
Tone down because you'll not be listened to.
In the long run.
Yeah, tone down.
Remember, the journey is still very long.
Unless Ngayazena akugamba nti Barbara, there is something I want to talk about. I want to buy land in ngakwada attention ye. Nga seeking the
there is space for you to
imagine. Owuliddeko buwulizi nti agenda kugula ttaka n'omubuukira nawulidde nno tayagala kugula nawulidde it becomes too much.
That won't work.
Yes, potential.
Yeah, me, I can say in a relationship, if you're to advise your husband, collaborate, work together. Because the moment you do not work together, your advisors do not hold water. It will not give him like the way you would want to. These days, women, mothers, or this generation, there's a way we want to have friendship with our children. There is that trend that we are trying to fight on. I want my children to be speaking to me. I want my children to be my best friends. I want my children to call me their mentors. So even in this relationship, if we are to be good wives, good advisors, we need to collaborate with our husbands. You need to listen. Sometimes even when he makes a mistake, do not rush. Just like when your son makes a mistake, you say, how did you make that? Sorry, but next time do this and this and this. You try to parent well. So even in this, you need to love on them well. We need to love on each other well, and then so that our communication, because you cannot advise when your communication is not good. You need to have very, very good communication skills in your marriage so that you advise. That
takes me back to 1 Corinthians 13. Read it all. Carry it with you. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not boastful. Read that whole scripture. And that last, hope, faith, love is the greatest. Carry love in everything that you want to say. Carry patience. Carry kindness. Be kind to your partner. I'm telling you, things will work out for good for you in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Yes. We are Wise Rising. That was from us. And remember to comment, share, tell us.
Subscribe and
what you call out here?
Yes.
Baby. Yes. Love, subscribe, like, and share. We love you. Wise Rising. Mwah.